It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. From the beautiful grounds of TPC Sawgrass, our opening round coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. Andrew Catalon here, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. Rich, there's a lot of money on the line this week. It's the Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass. Take me through this course.
Yeah, and none of the players will actually admit that they're going to be a little nervous about that money, but I promise they are. It's just a different golf course. There's no shot that really fits your eye. You have a tee box pointing one direction, a landing area that's a different direction, and a green that sits even more cattywampus than that. It's a golf course you have to have a lot of imagination at and not be afraid to hit the big bender and pull off some of the funkier shots, because you're going to be presented with them quite a few times around here. It's a goofy golf course that linear golfers such as PGA Tour players don't necessarily like.
From that distance, that's a really solid job. That one drops. Here's a look at the way things stand. Our featured player is in a tie for second. Stepping on to the par 3 third.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Here's a look at the updated leaderboard. He is in a tie for second. And we're on the tee of the par 4 fourth hole.
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green: the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
Oh, that was pure. Standing over his second shot. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Ooh. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Currently a couple under for the round. Time to tee off at the 6th.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And after that hole, he's ahead by just a solitary stroke.
And now teeing off on this par 4.
Par 4, 451 yards, all sorts of danger down the left-hand side. Hit your tee shot out to the right. Second shot, find the green, 2-putt, and sprint to the tee on the 8th.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace.
All right, let's get back to the action. Rich, you have to be really impressed with how Brooke Henderson has evolved.
Her swing, I think, is probably the best in the game, both men's and women's. The way that she swings it each and every time, it's dynamic, it's strong, but it's also got this finesse to it. She's a complete player all around when it comes to ball striking.
Going with 5 wood. And a very long putt remains. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
This putt goes downhill and breaks to the right.
This is looking good early. And it drops. And after that hole, our featured player is still atop the leaderboard. We finish up the opening 9 with a par 5. I don't know if this one's going to hang on.
Oh, it just barely snuck into the first cut.
And right now at -4. That was really well played. 7 feet from here.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
He gets that one to drop. That's his 5th birdie of the day. Quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 2-shot advantage for our leader. We start the back 9 here at the 10th hole. That's a pretty good shot right there. This is a 150-yard shot. That's a great position to be in after that approach. Now to Brooke Henderson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
This one looks like it's come out pretty clean. Yeah, that was silky smooth out of the sand. Good shot.
8 feet remain. That one just rolls by. A par putt coming up. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. Currently in first position. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
So many different levels to this green on the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in one, but watch out if you hit in the wrong spot on the green. It'll be difficult to 2-putt from there.
And that's a bogey, unfortunately. Leading by a shot after that hole. On the tee now, the par 4 14th hole.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
And he'll move back to 2 under after that one.
We've hit the par 4 15th hole.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
Wow, I really like that. Here's Brooke Henderson.
She's got some work to do. She's 2 back of her rival.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Will it go in? Oh, that's absolutely beautiful out of the sand.
And just to finish off the par. As we head to the next hole, our featured player is currently tied for first. Teeing off now on this par 5.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do, but watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
All right, here we are, a chance for eagle. Too much power on that putt. Looking to get up and down from here. I just love watching those pitch shots around the green. Well played. Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead. Let's go over to 17, the par 3.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Oh, I thought that was going down. This putt from 4 feet. Finishing off that hole. After that hole, our featured player is sliding down the leaderboard. Now to 18, the par 4.
Par 4, 462 yards, and you're going to find out what kind of player you are when you tee off here. How brave are you? How much do you trust your swing? If you find the fairway, that's a great start, but the second shot awaits.
Wow, that had no chance. What a way to close out the round, a chip in to finish. So our day is through, and Tony Finau is the leader. So that will do it for today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back for the second round of the Players' Championship. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Welcome back. As we check the leaderboard, there's a look at the projected cut, and our featured player is right on that line. We'll watch him closely to see if he can make it through to the weekend here on 2K Sports.
Currently sitting a couple of strokes inside the cut line, but that is just not comfortable enough for this player. They need to play well.
Well, that one was a bit firm. The putt goes in, and it's a par to open things up.
Steady as she goes. Nice start.
Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
Drive it out to the right-hand side to give yourself a good look at reaching this green in two.
That just missed. How about this birdie putt? Well, now still a lot of work to be done. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. Stepping on to the par 3 third.
Par 3, just 177 yards from the back, but this green is always firm. Be wary of that.
5 feet remains.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Moving on to the next. This hole is a par 4.
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. On the green and a chance to save par. Right on line, but just misses. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a one-shot lead.
Will it find the grass? Where did that come from? That's not his style. This one might need to set a bit wild on approach there.
Bit too much club there, wasn't it? John, talk to us. What do you got for us?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 6th.
And from the greenside rough here. Didn't that look good for a long time? And this putt coming up for his par. Just 10 feet to the cup here. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. Wow, that's misjudged. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The 6th is a par 4.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Ooh, that almost went down. He has this putt to save his par. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard.
Out to the 7th hole.
As you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Pacing is such an important part of putting. It was off right there.
This one starting out way out to the right.
Here's a bogey putt. That one drops. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 3.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
Too much power on that stroke. Okay, setting up from 12 feet away. And just to finish up the bogey. We've hit the 9th. It's a par 5.
That is absolutely spot on.
What a great shot on the par 5, on and 2.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
3 over par.
Okay, time now to get back to live play. This would be big. A putt for eagle. Just too long on that one. This putt is from 10 feet. Looking for his first birdie of the day with this putt. I think we're lucky that one stopped where it did. All gas, no brakes. That nearly went in. And a tap in as we move on to the next hole. And after that hole, he is slipping in the standings. Let's see what happens here on the 10th. This will play nicely. This one needs to sit. Boom! What a shot!
Oh, so good. What a shot.
He is moving up the leaderboard as we move on to the next hole.
This hole is a par 5.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
Let's head over to the 12th. Here's Brooke Henderson. 5 strokes behind our leader. Time now for the 4th shot. Time for a little bit of focus here. This is a lengthy putt. Oh dear. Time to get the chipper back out. Wow. This putt from around 18 feet. And this next putt is for triple bogey. Oh, slow down. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. John, what's the line on this putt?
It looks like this putt is going to start out straight, then take a turn to the left.
Sitting at 12 over for the event.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
What a gargantuan tee shot.
Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough.
Not as easy and straightforward as yesterday's par, so work to be done.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
A par putt awaits. That one raced by. Bit of work coming back. Currently plus 13 for the event. Hole number 13, a par 3.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Currently 14 over par for the event. This hole is a long par 4.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back nine, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
And a par putt awaits him. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. And it's a one-stroke par for our leader over the field.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun.